Hi and welcome back. What we're going to do today is demonstrate a healing using some of the new techniques I've been talking about. This is my friend Linda.
Hi.
Linda happened to mention to me earlier today she was in a bit of pain and I roped her in. So she doesn't quite know what she's in for here. Fortunately for us though, Linda's very intuitive and she's done a lot of healing work before. So Linda, tell me a little bit about what's been going on.
Well, I've damaged my rotary cuff. I've torn the tendon in my left arm, up here
Left
on my
arm,
shoulder.
okay.
And
And what does that mean for you? Pain. So
yeah, I have pain movement. At the moment, I can only lift it. So far, if I lift it further than that, it causes me great
What's the
deal
pain
of
level?
Okay, pain level here would probably be about 6.
About
but if
6?
I lift it up any further, it's about 9.
I think as everyone watching it knows, that the process of the work we do is to get people to the emotions that are locked in their body, the emotions that cause the problem or are holding the person back from healing. And the art form really is how quickly can we identify the emotions that are causing this problem and how quickly can we release them. And let's have a go at that. So I know you've already had a think about this. What do you feel is the emotional issue here?
Well, I feel it's basically restriction and taking on other people's stuff, basically.
So there's some logic in that, it's in the arm.
Yeah.
I often think about the shoulder about responsibility, but the arm, upper arm as like reaching out. So what are you not reaching out for? What's yours that you're not taking in?
Probably moving forward. I tend to put everyone else before me. So it's not like there's so many things I want to do for me on my life path, and I'll put that on the back burner, so that I can help everyone else, especially my family.
So what I'm hearing here from Linda is she's not reaching out to emphasize that movement for what she deserves. She's been manifesting great things in her life that aren't there yet because she's not reaching out for it because she's so busy taking on everyone else's stuff. That's the shoulder. That's shouldering the burden for the whole family.
Yeah.
So this pattern, how far back does it go?
Oh, probably back to childhood. Like when my father when I was young, probably 18, my father got very sick. And I wanted to do primary teaching when I came out of school and I couldn't do it because I had to go into the family business. So it started from there.
Do you really think it started from there?
Well, no, it's probably past
That's
life
where
and
we
way
begin.
and way and way. This is as far as I can remember.
Okay. That's where we start.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'll make this really easy. We're just going to use the feelings of it.
Okay.
So just want you remembering that time around when you were 18.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you feel? So your father became sick and you had to sacrifice your dream career to do something for the family. How did that make you feel?
Well, I was happy to do it on one level, but on another level, sad because I didn't think I would be able to achieve what I wanted to.
Okay, I want you to find that sadness. Where in your body is that sadness?
Solar plexus.
Can you put a hand where you feel it? Okay. So feeling that sadness, I just want you just to feel what's under it. So what's that sadness about?
Oh. Really, just feeling like I'm not going to move forward, like I won't do what I've come here to do. It's that kind of feeling.
I've got it. So it's a feeling about being stuck.
Yeah, like
and
being stuck,
not feeling
moving
your
forward.
purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. So Linda, when you feel stuck, like you're not moving forward, how does that make you feel?
Angry.
So feel that anger.
Yeah.
Feel it.
Angry, yeah.
How do you feel when you're angry?
Angry. Annoyed at myself because I feel angry.
So
I
when
I
you're stuck
punish
and
myself,
angry?
yes.
Got it. When you're stuck, when you're angry,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
does that make you feel?
Well, I think I should be doing something to get out of it, to move forward.
Okay. So you're in your head.
Yeah.
I want you back in your body. That's what I wanted you feeling it.
Right.
Back in the solar plexus.
Yeah.
You're stuck, you're angry. How does that make you feel?
Useless.
Useless. Where is that in your body? Find useless.
Yeah.
She's doing good, right? So
yeah.
how do you feel when you're useless?
Like I have no self-worth, like just...
Worthless. So
Yeah,
feel that. How do you feel when you're worthless?
Like I could cry all day.
Feel it. So you're angry, you're worthless, useless, could cry all day. How does that make you feel?
Like I don't want to be here.
Got it. Okay. Do you feel like you can get any deeper than that?
No, that's about it.
Yeah, it feels
that's
kind of
about it.
feels it to me. So feel that feeling like you don't want to be here. Where's that in your body?
Oh, it's in my heart.
Let's feel it. So one of the new techniques we've been playing with is having a look and acknowledging the evolution of our beliefs, particularly the way we inherit a lot of our patterns. Our parents really do have a lot to answer for because we inherit not just belief systems, but really the trauma. So what Linda's telling us is she has this belief, like, I don't want to be here. But that belief has evolved from trauma. And in order to get the kind of instant healing that I'm talking about, I want to ping that trauma where it comes from. And that trauma we find is from this lifetime or inherited. A lot of people talk about past lives, but that's not really relevant for the sort of trauma that we're talking about here. So what I want you to do is just to feel that trauma, and we're going to trace it back to where it came from. Okay? So take a nice deep breath. Shutting your eyes, just feeling that feeling of not wanting to be here. And I want you to ask your body to take you back to the first time you felt that feeling, I don't want to be here. Going back into your early childhood and beyond. What was it?
I know, straight away.
Tell us.
I'll get very emotional.
That's okay. We have a support team with tissues, it's okay.
It was when my half-sister left the house.
How old were you?
7.
And what happened?
Well, she had a fight with my mother because they didn't get on. And I was really attached to her. I used to get scared a lot of the night, so I would sleep in the bed with her when I'd wake up. And when she left, I was just like, I don't know, she can't go, you know, like I just felt like I was so alone and yeah.
Okay. I feel like that there's something before that though.
Before?
Yeah, so I want you to just feel that feeling, how you felt when she left and so alone. And keeping going further back in your childhood, is there an earlier memory of being so alone or not wanting to be here? We're looking for the first reference point that you inherited.
I can remember, I just vaguely remember though.
Because we're connecting in, those old memories are coming up.
Yeah,
that's part of the process I'm doing with you.
Really, vaguely remember I was really tiny. I was tiny. I can remember being on the shoulders of someone like how old would I have been? 3? I can't ever remember remembering this before. Someone was carrying me on their shoulders and my parents were fighting.
Wow.
They were screaming at each other. It was in the kitchen. It was in the kitchen
that's
somewhere.
probably the first trauma you took on in this lifetime. Now I'd like to go back and see if it's an inherited trauma. If it isn't, we'll clear that. If it is, we need to go through the generations, okay? It's really simple. I'd just like you to feel that feeling in your heart, that not wanting to be here, that alone feeling. And just imagine inside your heart, it's kind of like bringing your energy in, becoming smaller and smaller. And what we do is we connect back to the energy at our conception. So it's just like you're imagining this rewind button as a fetus getting smaller and smaller back to the energy of your conception. And I invite you to just feel into that energy on both the sperm side and the egg side, your mother and father's energy. We're looking to see if that reference point, that not wanting to be here, is already there at your conception. Do you feel it was already there, or is it what came later? Okay.
I wasn't wanted.
So it's more on which side do you feel that energy, that not wanting to be here, not wanted, more on the mother's side. So let's follow that egg line back through your mother, all the way back to her conception, that not wanted energy. Was that already there at her conception?
Yes.
How many generations back does it go?
I only see as far as my mum.
So if you go back to your mum's conception, it's clear at her conception, so it came in her life. So what happened to your mum? Why do you feel not wanted?
My mum was the second eldest in the family. I just don't think my grandparents were ready for her. That's the feel I get. Okay.
So something that
they had a lot of children. I know my mum had to help rear most of them, but I just have that feeling that at conception she...
Okay. So just to explain again, for your sake and for everyone watching, what we're looking for here is the earliest reference point for this trauma. Now, one of the things that came up here for Linda, who's done a great job of feeling into it, one of the things that came up was a trauma that would have happened for her mother when her mother was young. Now, what it feels like is Linda's inherited that. So the reason why some of the healings you've done in the past haven't got to the bottom of it is that you weren't acknowledging, or you weren't aware that you needed to clear it in your mother as well. Okay. So what we're going to do now is ramp up every healing you've ever received
Great.
And just take it that extra generation back. Sound all right to you?
Yeah, fantastic.
So I can do the work. Well, really, creators doing the work. We're connecting together. But I find that it helps if the client sort of has this intention as well.
Yeah.
So I'd like you to just shut your eyes for a moment. Imagine connecting with your mother, just like a heart-to-heart connection. And just allow yourself to send unconditional love to your mother and just telling her that she's worthy. Now what I'm doing is I'm connecting a universal source connecting us, and I'm connecting with that energy, and I'm just having this intention. As you can see, I'm not really having to do anything. That's the beauty of this technique. There's no commands or processes or rules or step-by-step instructions. I'm just having that intention of just release. And what the creator is doing for Linda is just releasing all those reference points of trauma, especially that inherited trauma from her mother, and replacing that with the new reference points of knowing what it feels like to be wanted, to be respected, to be needed in a healthy way, to be really wanted by her mother and father, and perhaps the feeling that for your mother and for you of being in the right place. I think that your mother never really felt like I'm meant to be here. So you never got that reference point. So let's ask the creator to show you and your mother that you're meant to be here, that you're in the right place. You know, just seeing the unfolding of your life. Okay, so let's hand that over. Okay, now I'd like to go back to where we were a moment ago, back in the womb, and just retracing that back into the cell that you were inside your mother around the time that she was conceived and born as the second child. How does that feel now?
Better.
What's there? What do you feel coming from your mother?
Well, it's more than a feeling. I see pink.
Okay, what does that mean to you?
Love.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so let's take it forward now to your conception. Hit the fast forward button a little bit to your conception. What's the feeling there now?
Same feeling.
Okay, beautiful. Now,
Pink.
I'm going to be a bit more specific. I want you to scan through your body and through your life for that energy that was there before about being stuck, not being wanted, not being worthy. Can you feel that anywhere in your body?
No.
Great. So now let's get back to your shoulders and your arms. Let's make sure that you have these reference points, the correct reference point for knowing what to take on and what not to take on. You already have the reference point for taking on everyone's stuff. So we want to actually subtract that reference point and replace it with a reference point of that healthy knowingness, like what's my problem and what isn't, when to help people and when not to. Really, we need to reset some boundaries. Is that okay?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Great. So we just hand that over to Creator with that intention. That's already happened. So for those who are not familiar with our work already, the actual healing process is instantaneous. The moment we say we hand it over to Creator, it's already happened. That's how easy the healing is. The art form, of course, is in tracing the person through to get to the bottom trauma, to the origin of it. And we have a number of different techniques, and I've just been demonstrating one of them here. So how are your arms and shoulders feeling?
Good.
So before you stretch it, because I'm conscious that there's a healing taking place, what's just the basic pain level just as you sit there?
Well, as I sit there, it's if I don't move it, 0.
So that was like
before
6-ish
it would have been,
before,
no, if it was still, like it was still before I still felt it, would have been about a 3. And now it's like
0.
nothing, it's
and then
0.
It was 6 what at that sort of point?
It was back here was 6, yeah.
So how's that now?
Oh, probably 2.
And then what's now be gentle,
Yeah.
because the tendons are healing,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
what's the
okay.
range of movement now? Oh, that is,
wow, this
that
is so cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an instant healing.
That is so cool. Like
So,
I can really
how's
move
that
it
feel?
back. Yeah, look, it's still a bit tender. Still feels a little bit tender, but I have the movement in it. I couldn't do this morning.
Now, do you want to see something cool?
Yeah,
Okay, put a hand where it's tender
yeah.
and feel that feeling of tenderness. You have a mixed reference point around tenderness. What I feel is you have a confusion inside you, like tenderness as a positive thing, because you're a mum.
Yeah, yeah.
The tender, it's your energy.
Yeah, yeah.
But you also have tenderness as vulnerability. You can let go of your arm, by the way. I just
Okay.
wanted you to feel it.
Yeah, yeah.
What we have is something called a mixed reference point, and something I've been developing, reference point therapy, is clearing up these confused reference points. I think that's all we need to do.
Okay.
Do I have your permission?
Certainly.
Let's just ask Creator. It's as simple as that. We're going to clear
Beautiful.
up those reference points, showing you how to have the tenderness of being a mother and that loving, nurturing, gentle side you have without that vulnerability that goes with it. I want to show you, in fact, the difference between being tender and being vulnerable. Is that okay?
Yeah,
so the
beautiful.
Creator is doing that reference point work. Now I want you to lift your arm again.
Oh, it's not there. That is so cool. Thank you.
I always love that shock look.
Yeah.
This is why I love my job. I always love when they're like, the pain's not there, and they go looking for it.
Yeah. That is
How is that?
Really good.
Give us a proper, come on, for the camera. You couldn't do that before.
Couldn't do it.
That is pretty cool.
Couldn't do it.
That is pretty cool.
Okay. Couldn't do this either. Couldn't put it out to the side.
Cool. And so what's there in your heart?
Joy. Happiness.
So,
relief. You know, it's like relief.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
So-
that's awesome.
So I just want to leave you just with a sense of connection. I feel that that's what this whole healing was really about, was just being connected to potential and to all that is. So I just want to just ask Creator to integrate this work nicely, to leave you with a divine sense of connection to your path and to what you're meant to be doing. And again, that reminder that you're in control. That's what tendons are about, bringing back the control. Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you,
so
Linda.
much. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to thank all the audience as well for joining in with us. So thank you, Linda, for giving us that opportunity to demonstrate what I've been talking about, which is the fact that healings are meant to be easy. Healings are meant to be intuitive and simple and gentle. There's no need to do difficult digging processes. There's no need to be rehashing, reliving the past. Let's just hand the whole thing over to the Creator, to the universe, and have an instant healing. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It's so
Awesome.
great. Okay.
Cool. Thanks a
Okay.
lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.